Hey! Hola! Bonjour, ça va? It's me, your friendly neighborhood Lost Canuck. Got my cooking hat on, so you know what that means. We're going to do a little cooking, and for all you Oklahoma Joe's Bronco 2.0 fans out there, today's your day. I'm going to be making a little brisket, teeny tiny brisket on the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum. So, as everybody knows, the price of beef has pretty much skyrocketed lately. It's gone crazy. And in my new series, in my kind of quest for finding less expensive meats to barbecue, I found myself at Aldi. I know, I was at Aldi, crazy. And they have these little teeny tiny brisket flats that are pre-seasoned. And now they say their choice, but who knows, right? Could be some utility grade, but it is marked as choice, so it's supposed to be. Anyways, so these things are, I got it on sale at $4.99 a pound. Now look, you can get the same, almost the same cost at Costco, but if you're not a member, try Aldi's. Anyways, they have these little pre-seasoned briskets, okay? You can buy them, they're cryovac. They're in this little package. So I got the salt and pepper rub for kind of a more traditional taste. They had other different flavors that I wasn't familiar with, but salt and pepper everybody knows. So prep, there is none. Take it out of the package, throw it on the grill. So we're gonna take this Aldi inexpensive cut of beef, and we're gonna hopefully turn it into this delicious, juicy brisket. We'll see how it turns out. I'll let you know at the end of the cook. Could be a disaster. All right, so stay tuned, and we'll see you down at the pit. I gotta go get the Joe all lit up. Lost Canuck out. All right, well, we're back down at the pit. I'm gonna get this thing lit up and throw the little mini brisket on. Now the mini brisket, I noticed, it's got a big giant gouge out of the middle, so it'll probably cook more like a chuck roast, but who cares? All right, well, let's get this thing lit. Okay, as a demo, I'm gonna be using my grill gun that I'm gonna be doing my review on. So I'll show you how this thing works. It's super simple. You just crack the valve a little bit, like that. Press the trigger, it lights, and you just adjust your flame. And that's the grill gun review. And I'll show you later. I think we're gonna have a little fire tonight, but I'll get this, use this for lighting the fire too. But it's simple, it's easy, and it's fast. What'd that take? 10 seconds and we're already ashed over. So the coals are starting to go. And now, if you like fire starters, by all means use fire starters. I just find this a little more convenient. Okay, now that we have the charcoal lit, we're gonna get our Chef'sTemp S1 system going and set it at 225. We're gonna go low and slow. All right. Okay, so I will show you on the app how you get it set up. And now that we got our charcoal going, I'm just gonna push this back in. So that's all closed up. And now we're gonna close this. And what I like to do is adjust this for just under 1 on the top vent, and then I go 2 clicks open. Oops. So from closed, I don't know if you can see that. From closed, I go 1. Okay, so from closed, I go 1, 2 clicks open, Alright, so the inlet's open, top damper's open, coals are lit. Let's get back into the app and I'll show you that in a second on getting it set up. Hang on. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to go to my Chef'sTemp app, which is right here. Okay. Alright, so now that we're into the Chef'sTemp app, you can see it's matching what it says 79 there, and it's 79 here. So we're going to go to the fan, turn the fan on, go to the fan settings. Now, a lot of people get this screwed up. So this is time, and then this is fan intensity. So we go by temperature. So you press the temperature. We're going to dial that back down to 225, like that. There it is. Set at 225. And you can see the ambience at 82, which is pretty good because it's 60. It's only 60 some degrees outside. So I've got all the charcoal lit. The temperature's starting to come up, and got the fan going here. See, it's on temperature mode, and I've got it set at 225. All right, so this thing should spin up to 225 and then just set there. And like I said, I got the Breezo set at 2 clicks open, and I got this just under the 1 mark because I like to let the fan do all the work, especially when you're down low and slow. You got to have your vents hardly open. So there, just under 1 and 2 clicks. All right, well, we're gonna let this preheat, get up to 2 1/4, then I'll see you back at the pit. Throw the brisket on. See you in a second. Okay, well, we're back. I got the Joe lit. I got the Chef'sTemp all set up. It's been running right around 225. That just went up a little bit, but this thing will run low and slow with the Chef'sTemp S1 and the Breezo fan. And I've got the exhaust just over 0, not too much, and then I changed the openings to 1 click open. So we'll let the fan do the work, and I'm just going to put this on pause while I put the meat on so the fan doesn't take off and overrun everything. Here's that gouge I was talking about. You can see there's a big cut in it. That's the fat cap. There's flaps all over this thing. Screw this up. I'm going to assume this is the fat cap, so we're going to put the fat cap down there. I've got my RFX probes here, and we're just going to monitor the cook of the thickest part here. So I'll put it in that way. That's a tough cut of meat. Alright, there's one, and I'll put one down in the thin part just to check. Unpause our fan. Now when I do that, the temperature is going to shoot up a bit, but this Chef'sTemp system, it holds my Joe within 5 degrees. So now you can see it's starting to blow a lot of air, pump the smoke. It's coming up because my temperature went down because the lid was open. Alright, so it's what, 8:45 in the morning, and it's a very small roast. Like, look, you get what you pay for. Yeah, there's a big gouge out of it, so it's cheap, but let's see if this thing actually tastes good. That's how barbecue started. Like, you know, people in the past took inexpensive, tough cuts of meat like brisket and pork shoulders and things like that, traditionally not the best meats, and they turned it into tasty, tender meat. So we'll get this thing smoked up and see how it tastes when it comes out. Alright, enough of me talking. Next time you see me, it'll be time to wrap this thing. And we're going to take it up into the stall, probably right around 165 or so. We'll see when it starts stalling, and then we'll wrap it. Alright, see when it's time to wrap. Hey! Well, we're back at the pit. My little Aldi brisket, don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but it's been on the pit since about 8:30 this morning, and it's a little after 3, so, well, a few hours. Anyways, we're going to pull this off now because we've been in the stall for a couple hours, So we're going to pull the brisket off, wrap it, and then throw it back on and increase the temperature. We're sitting still right around 2 1/4, 228. Well, it went up a bit. So I'm going to put the fan on pause so we don't go crazy. Ooh, look at the bark on there. That looks pretty good, pretty juicy. Even well, we'll have some good burnt ends here. Anyways, this is an Aldi brisket, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. So let's take that inside. We'll wrap it, and then we'll put it back on and finish it. Now, just FYI, I'm going to take this up to 275. So I'm going to open the fan one click, like this, there. So the fan's been opened up one. I'm just going to open this up just a little more, there, just barely under one. All right, so let's go inside. We'll wrap the brisket and put it back on. Looks great. Lost Canuck out. All right, well, we're in the BBQ Lab. I just finished pulling the brisket off, and we're gonna wrap this thing. It smells good. I don't know if it's gonna taste good. Let's put her on there, and what we're gonna do is get some butter and some sauce on here. I like to put a couple pads of butter on. Plenty. Now let's get these probes pulled out so I can stick them back in through the paper. All right, let's wrap this thing. So fat side down. Well, they're not probing like butter yet, so they're still pretty tough. Okay, let's go throw this back on the pit. All right, well, we're back at the pit, and I'm just going to throw this on and crank it up to 275. Right in the middle. There we go. All right, so I'm going to crank this up to 275 on my app, and it should be good. All right. Well, I'll see you when it's time to pull this off and put it on the cutting board. See you up at the cutting board. Okay, well, we're back at the pit, and our little brisket has reached an internal temp of just over 200, actually. What is it now? It's like 208 is where I got it. Well, one's 208 in the one part, and I think that's the flattest part, and then it's 199. So I like to pull them at about 200, and then I'll put them into the warming oven. So I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do is I got to grab some gloves. I'll pull this off, put it in my little pan, and keep it wrapped, and I'm going to go throw it in my warming oven until it's ready to slice up tonight. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, and my little S1 and Breezo system have been really keeping this thing super consistent. I have it set at 300, and it's like within 3 degrees, and it's basically a set it and forget it with a charcoal grill. So let's pull this thing off. Well, we better put our fan on pause. There we go. And we'll put this in here. We'll put this in our little holding cooler. Now, to choke off the charcoal, I'm just going to close the fan like that, and then close the lid, close the vents, and this should cool off within a couple hours, and I'll be able to wheel this into the garage without worrying about burning it down. So let's put this brisket inside the warming oven. Okay, well, here we're at my little Vevor warming oven. We'll just put this inside. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I've got it set at 145. I just turned it on, so it's getting warm. And we're going to leave it sit here for a few hours, probably about 3 hours before we slice into it. Give it a decent hold. And then, so I'll see you up at the cutting board when it's time to slice, and we'll see if this thing actually tastes good. Hey, well, it's your friendly neighborhood Lost Canuck. We are back upstairs in the BBQ Lab, sometimes known as my kitchen. And, well, we just pulled the brisket out of the warmer. Now that's the Aldi brisket. And well, they said it was choice, but it looked more like select, but that's just my opinion. Let's pull this thing out of the wrapper. It's been in the holding warmer for, I've been letting it rest for almost 5 hours. So let's pull it out of the wrapper and see what we got. Smells good. Now remember, this was made on my Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum smoker. That's the new 2.0. Actually, I'm going to unwrap this in here so I can catch some of the juice that comes out of here. Oh yeah. Oh, there goes some of the juice. Ooh, boy. Doesn't look too bad. Might even be falling apart. Okay. Alright, so there's our bark. I don't know. You know, this might not be so good. I did her low and slow, but remember there was a giant gouge out of the middle, so it might not be that good. So let's take a, feels tough, Alright, well, not much of a bit of a smoke ring on there, I guess. Let's try this. This looks juicy. Oh yeah, see, now this looks like a normal brisket, okay? But the rest of it, I don't know. Maybe I got a mutated brisket. This part might be okay. Certainly a lot more tender, but this part, this is pretty tough. This isn't so bad. Yeah. Okay, so for the experiment, I have to taste this, so here we go. Aldi brisket. This part wasn't so bad. I think the ends are pretty dry. I'll slice up one of these drier pieces. I think it's drier. This wasn't the best tasting brisket I've ever made, but you know, it's passable. So I'll slice this up so the family can have some of this. That's burnt. You don't want that. But I'll give a little piece to my videographer and see what she has to say. Not as tender as my normal ones as a choice. But look, at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. So that was a sub $20 brisket. I think it was 18 bucks. Smoked it as long as I could. Now look, is it edible? It's sure. It's there's really, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the flavor's the flavor's there. It's really a nice beefy flavor. It's just there wasn't a lot of intramuscular fat in this one, so I'm thinking it's probably a select or below. I know they labeled it as choice, but I don't believe it, especially at that price. So, look, would I make an Aldi brisket again? Probably not, okay? Am I telling you not to do it? No. Look, the price of meat, beef especially, has gone through the roof, okay? So I'm just looking at more economical ways to cope with that. And I thought maybe this Aldi brisket was the answer. Maybe not. So, well, look, if you're used to like a super tender, insanely juicy brisket, probably not, Aldi's not the answer. If you're looking for an inexpensive way to make a brisket and it's still not terrible, it's not the greatest, but it's not terrible, it's not the greatest, it's probably fair to middling, okay? This is maybe a way to go. All right, so now that we've done the Aldi experiment, I want to just tell all my returning subscribers, hey, thank you very much for subscribing. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Very much appreciate it. I got to show you my Oklahoma Joe's Bronco drum. It smoked this thing beautifully. Like the crust is really nice. that's a good looking bark on there, and that drum really does a nice job of that. So anyways, thanks for coming back. Don't forget to hit that like button. That really helps the channel, helps me grow. Please hit that like if you liked the video. And if you didn't, well, leave me a comment below on why you didn't like it, or any comment. And because I always answer my comments, all of them, good, bad, or indifferent. So let me know what's on your mind, and I'll get back to you. And if you want to see me smoke anything else on my Oklahoma Joe, let me know. I've done a few cooks on it now. It's really easy to run, lots of fun. I got my Chef'sTemp system on there, and that makes it even, you know, set it and forget it. It's pretty nice. So, all right, so enough talking. Hey, if you're a new viewer, consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that like button again. Say that again. And I have an Instagram page. I'm going to put my QR code up here briefly. So check out my Instagram page. I do put up some different content there from time to time. And then if you're interested in any of the equipment I used, check out the Lost Canuck store. It's an affiliate, Amazon affiliate store below. Check out the knives or the butcher paper or anything that I used in the cook. A lot of my favorite stuff's down there you can find. And then, well, finally, well, we're at the end of the video. You made it this far. Thanks for sticking around. And Lost Canuck says, don't forget, this is important. Be kind to each other. It really matters. And mental health is super important. So I'm going to put some content up over here. I have, like I said, I got four different cookers. So you know, I got lots of different videos. Check it out. It's right up here. All right. Well, thanks for watching. And hey, I love you guys. Take care. Lost Canuck out.